Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Casa, and as you probably already know, I set out on the goal of reading 52 books this year. That's about a book a week, and the book I'm reading this week, or just finished today actually, is Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. If you haven't seen my last book review, last week I read Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk, and so I figured I would go back and reread his original, which he wrote 10 years ago. I read this some time ago, but I figured now, after reading the one that he came out with this year, it'd be interesting to go back and revisit the original. It's just to really see if it could change my perspective after reading Crushing It. And I tell you what, it sure did. He focuses more on the psychology and theory behind branding yourself on social media, as opposed to in Crushing It, he focused specifically on this is what to do on Instagram, this is what to do on YouTube, podcast, etc., etc. In Crush It, he more so talks about the framework to building up a brand on social media and what you should do before you actually get on to any specific social media platform. It doesn't focus on, per se, this is what you do on Instagram, this is what you do. It does talk about Twitter and other platforms, but not nearly as much in depth as Crushing It is. So if you want to read something more about what to do specifically and strategies for each platform, I'd say read Crushing It first. If you're more interested into the theory of what you should be doing on social media, I would say hop in and read Crush It first. He kind of starts with what's your passion and talks about your DNA as yourself and what it is that you really want to jump into on social media, because you're going to have to dedicate a lot of time, a lot of effort, and have a lot of patience with what it is that you decide to follow, whether it's what your company you're starting or how you want to brand yourself on social media and what your interests are. So you really want to spend time and make sure that what you choose to brand yourself as, or what business you decide to go into, that it's true to who you are. Because you're going to be spending so many late nights and grinding and hustling that if you don't truly love what it is that you do, chances are you'll probably give up and quit before you see any results, and then you'll have all this resentment towards Gary Vaynerchuk and social media, and you'll be like, fuck this, none of this shit works. But that's not true. So yeah, he goes through and he really talks about how your business and your personal brand are one and the same. In this day and age, with transparency and social media, there's no, this is my business, and you being a completely different person off to the side. If people see that there are discrepancies between your personal brand and your business, then authenticity is everything. So people will inherently just look right on through you. They'll be like, this person is unauthentic. I don't trust anything they're saying. I'm not going to follow them. I don't want anything to do with this person because I just don't trust them. So you really have to make sure that what it is that you're doing is true to yourself and 100% you, so you can be authentic and you don't have to force it and try to be something that you're not. Because people will inevitably see through that, and you just won't be able to grow your personal brand that way, or your business brand, because you'll be building brand equity with people that don't believe in you or your product. So yeah, after that, he kind of goes into what to do at that point. Once you've found yourself, what you want to do on social media, your niche, your brand, where to begin. And he says that you really just have to create good content. If you create good content that is true to who you are and your DNA as a person, then inherently people will start catching on because you're creating good content. It's as simple as that. No matter, even if you are doing things that are in line with your DNA and who you are and your content sucks, that is not a good thing, because then people will not want to follow you or listen to anything you have to say anyways, because your content is garbage and nobody has time for that in this day and age. Hate to say it, just the truth. So you really have to start with just having good content. And then once you have good content, you have to move towards creating a community around your content and getting your content out there. And that is a perfect part for me to say, in most of Gary Vaynerchuk's books, Crush It and Crushing It, he always has a chapter in there that's just one word. And I love it because you'll be caught so off guard. I mean, I'm going to ruin it for you now, but if you're just reading the book and then your head's percolating with all these thoughts and you're really into it, and then all of a sudden you come to a chapter and it's just one word. That's it. The whole page. One word. You're forced to kind of take a breath, sit down, and think about what that one word is, because there's nothing else on the page, and that's it. And it really forces you to sit down and think. So in Crush It, the one word is care, which I think was the perfect word for a solo word chapter, because especially in this day and age, as opposed to when he wrote the book in 2007, I think, 2008, 2009, somewhere around there, is a lot of people these days are really just they don't have the patience, and they're trying to grow so fast that they'll do anything to do it, and they don't really care, huh? See? They don't care. He's saying, like, when you're trying to build a community, you have to respond to every person that reaches out to you because they took the time and they cared enough to reach out to you and say something nice. The least you can do is respond to them. And it's funny because in this book, which was 10 years ago, he says how he tries to respond to everybody that reaches out to him, and he was having a hard time doing it 10 years ago. I can only imagine how much of a hard time he's having now, because he has millions of Instagram followers and Twitter followers, and there's no way he can respond to everyone. But I still believe, he still says to this day, he tries to care about everyone that he talks to, that reaches out to him, and he tries as best as he can to respond to every single person. And in the book he says that's the one thing that he doesn't delegate in his business, is his social media surrounding his personal brand. You can delegate and hire employees to do your branding for your business, but never do it for your personal brand. I don't know if he still sticks to that because, like I said, he has millions of Instagram followers now. But if you really want to keep a strong community and show that you care about everyone, it has to be you behind your personal brand. It can't just be some employees that you hired in your company to do it for you. That's why he starts with having it be in your DNA, that it needs to be something that you really love in order for you to pursue it, because if it's not, you inevitably won't care. You're not going to be 100% involved in it. You're not going to care when somebody wants to strike up a conversation about something, because it's not something that you truly care about in the beginning. So your community is going to suffer. People aren't going to want to follow you and respond and engage with you because you're not responding because you don't care. Care. You gotta care. I don't really know what else more I could say. Maybe I'll just end the video there. Bang. But I would say the book is really good because it gets at that theory and everything before you actually go out and start anything on social media or branding yourself or creating a personal brand. It really jumps into making sure that you choose the right thing, how to choose the right thing, how to decide whether your job that you're working right now isn't fulfilling or is fulfilling, or if you want to keep doing that, or if you want to quit like I did and jump right into fully starting your own company and being all in and embracing the hustle and the grind and really caring about what it is that you do. So on that note, Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. I'd say it's a definite read. I need to work out some kind of scale to be rating these books on, because there's going to be a couple hundred of them coming in the future. So I don't have anything right now, so we'll just give it the old thumbs up, and I'm going to work out some kind of system. I don't want to just do, 5 stars or 1 out of 10, because everybody does that. I'm going to come up with something. I don't know what it will be. We'll see. Hit the subscribe button below if you care about my channel at all. Hopefully you do, because I care about it and I want to care about everybody else. If you send a comment, I care enough to reply. The book I'll be reading next week is Beep. Find it out on my Instagram. You'll see me reading that book for the next 7 days, and then I'll have a review next week. So, see you then. Take it easy. Bye-bye. I need to work on some kind of way to end these videos. Jeez. How am I going to sign myself out? Peace.